Hi, my name's Dr. Janice Lee, and I'm one of the doctors over at the Drake Center, and this is my dog Banjo. We got him from a rescue in the thick of COVID, so he's about 6 years old, but it's just a guess. My favorite thing about Banjo is that he is a very adaptable boy. He's very sweet. He's got his little quirks, but he's, at the end of the day, a very smart guy. You know, he knows what he wants and he knows his people. At the end of the day, I just like that he is, a very loyal dog as well. I think a little dorky, like he's not an athlete. I think he's more of a scholar, but I think that's fine. That's not what I need in a dog. He's more of a let's hang out on the couch together rather than let's go on a mile-long walk. See, my favorite part about being a veterinarian is I like connecting with the people in the job. I like being able to inform people, or more importantly, teach them and have a conversation. So in the line of work, you'd expect to see a lot of animals and interact with a lot of animals, but you really do see a lot more of the human side of it. So that's partially why I got into it. My family comes from a background of medicine, but personally, for me, it's always, getting to joke about animals and learn about the people side of it too. On land, I really like the capybara. I like the wombat. In the water, I kind of like the beluga. I used to say the orca, but I think beluga takes over now. Yeah, or not at the safari park, but I was over at in Australia for a month, and they had them at their zoos, but also just like around. yeah. So they're very cute. I was in Australia for 1 month. I was there for an internship. At the time, I was interested in potentially pursuing wildlife and zoo medicine, which I since decided was not my main passion. But I did have a lot of fun. I was able to shadow one of the doctors there. He was very informative. He's very good with working with parrots, and I got to see a lot more of that behavioral medicine and seeing fear-free aspect from how they treat more exotics and wildlife too. One surprising thing is that I've recently taken up rock climbing. Usually I am very afraid of heights. As a matter of fact, a lot of people who rock climb are, but I think that's part of the draw. It kind of gets you to face your fear. It also is a great form of exercise, so recently I've really gotten into that more. Starting with indoor, I'm not ready for nature yet, but at a certain point I'm willing to try that. For me, it's more like the challenge of the puzzle and kind of like figuring out how you can get your body to do things you'd be surprised that it could do. Yeah, I'd be open to it. It's just more scary outside. My favorite hobby, I like to go on little road trips. And sometimes that's, chasing different breweries. Sometimes that's just going on random hikes in nearby local areas. Not always with Banjo, because he doesn't always like to go on hikes, but even just by myself, going for nice nature walks. Otherwise, I do some crocheting. I do other things that are more like indoor, winter type hobbies. I do some painting. Nothing amazing, just, painting random like scenery or Banjo. So yeah, I think it's amigurumi, or I don't really know if I'm pronouncing, but yeah, I do like to crochet. Usually they're little figurines, because I started with a little kit that my cousins got me, which was a little Harry Potter kit. And since then, I realized there's a lot of different patterns. So it tends to be like small animals, or small people, or lots of other little plants or something, just fun. It's just kind of a nice winter activity that I like to do when it's cold out. I don't think think I have a favorite. I think in general, I like to make little animals for my friends or something, or like sending them random animals. So if I know their favorite animal, I'll just send them something without putting any context with it, just to, and like, you know, maybe not even like a return address, just see what they say. Yeah, I'd say those ones are my favorite. I'd say tie between cereal and curry, not together, but I do really like cereal and curry. Don't judge me, but it's currently Lucky Charms is my like trash can cereal. My other main go-to cereal is from Trader Joe's. They have the vanilla almond crunch. I'm pretty boring. I'll eat the same cereal for like years. I think I'll sometimes go to Raisin Bran, but I usually get disappointed if I stray too much, and there's like too much going on with all the different cereals right now, so I stick with what's safe. I like them in lots of different nationalities. I think my go-to often is like my Korean / like Japanese style curry, because that's kind of just what I grew up with, so my mom's curry. But also really like Thai curry and Indian curry, so I'm not that specific. I like to start my day. I'm usually an early riser, so I'll get up and kind of prep for, if it's a work day, I like to just get ready for work, look at the cases. If it's not a work day, I usually will maybe go for a walk, or I'll maybe just read or something easygoing. With sleep, my best friend. No, I usually like to end the day. Sometimes I'll try to meditate a little bit, but usually I just sleep before. I'll maybe just play some like Switch game or watch some TV. Sometimes read, but yeah, something that I don't have to think about too much. Yeah, currently Animal Crossing, because I just played that a lot when I was a kid on GameCube, but now maybe I played a lot of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think those are my two main ones, because I recently only got a Switch like not that long ago. But yeah, something like kind of mindless where I can just do whatever. Yes, it's getting elaborate because I caught a lot of like random fish too now. I like collecting the little seasonal things. So like with the sea creatures, I rounded out all the little mermaids furniture things. So yeah, and I like, I don't know, I like that they kind of do something different every day. Like it's not just the same. Like you can find like, oh, I like the shooting star thing where you can like find random star furniture. And also right now I'm in the kick of like combining all the different flowers for the different colors. My favorite color is green. I think it's because growing up in Southern California, there's a little more brown, but also it just feels more like trees and nature, which I also very much enjoy. Yeah. Okay, you don't have to zoom in. It will happen though. Don't blink, you'll miss it. And that is my secret talent.
What do you call that?
A wavy hand thing. Boneless hand thing. He's very good at finding things with his nose. So I have a bearded dragon who I've lost, I'm not proud of, like multiple times because I try to let her bask and she tries to escape. But Banjo is my go-to listen or smell and track fella.
Call or text?
Text.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Spicy or salty?
Both. Salty and spicy.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram, I guess.
Veggies or fruit?
Fruit.
Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
Comedy or drama?
Comedy.
Fantasy or reality?
Fantasy.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Music or podcasts?
Music.
Shows or movies?
Movies.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. Nothing against cats. I just haven't like been able to have a cat, but yeah. sit, buddy? Hey, why don't you sit down? He doesn't know this is not what I want. Okay, there you go. Okay.
He really is a little drunk, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little sleepy because I had to get his blood done today too. So I was like, well, it's better if. Okay, he might need a stand. Okay, I'll just make sure he's not jumping off. That's okay. Oh, I have a sleep disorder.
You're not so inspirational. Help cheating. Cheating detective.
I have a sleep disorder. No, I don't think that's what they want. Jean, what is it?
She's listening.
What's surprising?
I mean, that is very surprising, but they don't want to say that.
I don't think they want to know that.
I mean, that's how we
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Okay.
This